Hello, welcome to my home. If you're new here, my name is Karen. Another day of moving rooms around. So what I'm focused on is my teenage girls going downstairs, my husband and I coming upstairs in their room. And so in yesterday's video, although it's not perfectly clean, you saw me get that area situated. See if I can pop in a couple of clips there. Okay, it's official. I can work here. And today I really want to get this mess cleaned up. The hard part is this stuff is Yvonne's, as well as those two shelves. So as much as I would like to just move her stuff downstairs, I feel like we at least got to get pants, shirts, pile of pants, pile of shirts, pile of pajamas. She has been working a lot of hours right now because she's in retail and it's back to school season, and she works like 45 minutes away from us. And then today, because I was going in for a Bible study, she had to go in early because she works in the same town. So she went in like an hour early because I had to be there an hour before she had to be there. So I'm doing what I can to help her, understanding that at least I'm doing this from home, working from home, and she is super busy, comes home exhausted because like today she left at 9 o'clock and she's probably going to get home at 9:30 at night. That is a long day. So I'm going to do what I can for her. And I think I'm going to start by maybe picking out what's not clothing, bring that downstairs, and then I will start sorting the clothes. All right, so this here is toiletries. I'm going to bring these down, and then eventually I'm going to have them each make a box of things they use in the shower to bring back up, because I'm going to do a complete linen closet redo, but that's not happening today. Some of these things I don't know if they're clean or dirty, so I just wash them. Let me give you some context here, because I do think how I do things is as important as talking through the decluttering process, because I feel like all of us, as we watch these videos, we can quickly get an unrealistic view and maybe make some assumptions that one person is able to do more than, say, you're able to do. And I'm not saying that's not true. I certainly watch videos where they're able to do more than I could do, but I want to keep it honest here. So I'm getting these things out of the room, and I'm putting them in the hallway, and I'm trying to make sure I don't block the walking path. I'm just setting them against the wall in the hallway. If I were to do it again, I would have had set up my phone so you could see that end of things as well, because I know if I start going up and down the stairs at this point with arthritis in my knees, I am not going to last long. And my goal was to get this area cleaned out, and then later on I did go and kind of organize the hall and all the things that I had put in the hall, and we did get some of it brought down the stairs, certainly not all of it, but definitely you'll see me move blankets and such in a little bit, and those types of things that were just easy to place I did get down. But I'm trying to take my own advice and go slow so that my knees last through this hour that I am working. Bring this over by the bed to fold, as well as this, and then these blankets can go downstairs, her blankets and her towel, as well as her stuffed bear and her pocketbook. not going to mop that area right now because I don't think anything is coming up before I'll have a chance to do that, but I am at least going to get it swept. So I'm going to sweep one area, then I'm going to move the blue couch and sweep another area. Everything is like bit by bit by bit because that is honestly the only way that I can do it. I have my comfiest clothes on. These are actually pajamas. I had my Bible study this morning, so I was kind of dolled up with my pretty dress on and all the things. Not that I needed to, it was just my summer dress. Anyway, it's not important. Now I'm like comfy. It's so important to be comfy. I got a drink behind me. It's always important to stay hydrated, take breaks. I'm going to say that in every single video you ever watch of mine. Lost it. Oh. All I could think of when I was looking at this as an editor was number one, Dora the Explorer. And they're going to ask you where something is, and you're going to yell at the TV if you're a good little kid. Also, Blue's Clues. And I mean the original Blue's Clues. I still wish I could like ask you through the camera, where's the broom? And you could yell, beside the blue couch. Anyway, you're going to see me lose more things as we go through this process. Just in a minute, honestly. I am the type of person, if I see a lot of things, I don't see anything. When I worked at a grocery store as a teenager, they would give you that grocery cart full of items to return. Oh, they probably thought I was just trying to waste time because I didn't want to go back to my register, but really it was like, oh my goodness, you could have not given me a worse job because I'm looking at an entire aisle of things. It was before they labeled aisles too, in my defense, but no, I'm just staring at a cereal aisle, say, and I've got Cheerios in my hand. Can I find the Cheerios? No, I cannot find the Cheerios. It would take me forever, and it was so completely embarrassing. But this is why I kind of have to have a neat house, or I lose literally everything. I have no idea where I put the dustpan. You know why? There's too many things in here. Seriously. All right. Actually, I'm going to keep this here for now. I actually think I'm going to allow myself to get distracted and get these two like ready to come out of here. Can't put my fingers. There we go. Get these two ready to come out of here. This is easy to move. Just bring it right down to her room. Sit. Notice I said room and not room. I'm learning. We are going to be getting the girls new vanities when pay period rolls around again. Yvonne found some very reasonable ones on Amazon for $89 a piece, which, I mean, with the mirror, more storage than they have here. The only thing it's missing is something to sit on, and their stools have pretty much had it. We're always tightening them and they loosen up again. So I'm not quite sure what we're doing about that, but that was a super good price. Ava is getting rid of her makeup table right away. She doesn't want it to come into her new room. And Yvonne is going to keep her makeup table until the new one comes in because she uses it to get ready for work, and so she really wanted to have it in her room. So this is Yvonne's table, and all I'm doing is putting everything of value into a box and then use little Q-tips, or even if they're not used, I mean, it just isn't a clean spot where you would want to use those Q-tips. So things that are obviously trash, I'm throwing out. Caps to makeup that the makeup's not there, just the cap. And then anything that is of value or might be of value, I'm putting in this box, and I can take that right down to her room. And then later on, my husband moved the makeup tables for me, and I'm just getting out this, I'm just vacuuming out the drawer. So this one stayed, and my husband moved it down for me, and the other one went straight out to the curb. Hopefully someone will want it. Also, those of you who are cat people are so going to understand this. So I'm up here trying to edit. It's in the morning, and Leo keeps coming up because for some reason he thinks it would be a good idea if I stood in the kitchen and watched him eat. And one of his toxic traits, let's just say, if he wants your attention and you're not giving him the attention that he thinks he deserves, is he will go chew on electrical cords because he knows we leap when he does that. So this is what he likes to do if he really wants some attention, and it's driving me crazy. So I finally got him quiet. Well, I had shut him out of my room, and then he's outside of the room crying. So finally I let him back in, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna have to put up with it, and I'm gonna have to watch him. And then Woozy comes in the room, and he is eyeballing my desk right now because it's in front of an open window. And he, of course, he wants to lay in the open window. The problem is I have my hard drive plugged in, and it's very sensitive. If you bump that thing, it takes forever to get my laptop to recognize it. In fact, one of the reasons I don't have a lot of old clips that go past, say, 2 years, is because that is what happened, and I was never able to bring that thing back to life. So now Woozy, who's usually my quiet cat, is also all around my feet, and he wants to get up on my desk. This one we're keeping. The other one needs to be tightened, so we'll likely get rid of it.
Desk in my room.
This one. Down to your mom's room.
Where's my desk go?
What I was thinking is that when we clean out the blue or dining room, we'll probably put that where your desk is now, and then we'll make you an. I mean, you can have it wherever you want. You can have it right there if you want to, but we could do it across here with all your stuff, or it could be here, or it could be here. It could be anywhere you want it. This was temporary. Okay.
I gotta
But it
be able
seems
to get past all.
it seems the most realistic thing is going to be getting this blue couch into the dining room. You don't really have room for it. Shout out to this guy, husband and father of the year, because literally I said to him one day, I have an idea. I didn't, he always is like, could you tell me what you're praying about, please? Because it affects me. I'm like, hey, let's get rid of your office and my office. My office will be a walk in closet. Your office will be a bedroom. And let's get rid of the dining room. We don't use it enough. Let's make it a teen hangout room. And let's put our offices upstairs. Let's literally move our entire life up and down the stairs. And he was like, thought about it for a couple hours and was like, okay. And it's a lot of labor, and the heavy stuff falls on him. He did get some help from my daughters getting our bed up there, but boy, was it tough. So, very thankful that he was willing to try that crazy
These
idea.
just need to be tightened.
Sure, we can tighten it.
As far as I know, where's the other one?
The other one's in Yvonne's room that she's going to keep for now.
Is it tightened?
Yes. I just found my dustpan. And this is what I always do. I put it somewhere and then I can't find it. Okay. A good question that was asked, don't mind the sound of my AC, I hope, is, so if you're getting rid of your dining room, what are you going to do come Christmas? Okay. So we have been wanting to get rid of that table for a long time. We bought it, I want to say, it was either 2010 or 2011. We got it at Bob's Discount Furniture. And it's very solid, honestly. And interestingly, it's not one of those where you're constantly having to tighten the legs on the chairs, which, as you can imagine, is quite a miracle when it comes to, dining room chairs. Where was I? So we have not been using it very much at all. I do want to replace it with a lower, what my dream would be, a table that is, normal standard size, not a cafe table, because it's easier with young children, although I do like how you can slide a high chair right up to a cafe table. We are ready to go with the traditional size table. And what I would really love is one that has a lot of, what do you call them? Leaves, leaves, where you can make it bigger. And so I would very much like something like that, where I have a lot of leaves to put in to make it bigger, or I can make it really small, like, 5 or 6 people small. That is the dream. So, in the meantime, I am not anticipating being able to afford what I want before Christmas when everybody's supposed to be here. So we even talked about just getting like one of those long rectangle, or even borrowing from a church, a long rectangle table. In fact, maybe I can even borrow that from my own church that we could use for Christmas, and folding chairs. If not, we might, maybe buy one of those at Sam's Club, and then we can fold it up, put it away. Because we're not using the dining room a whole bunch, plus the room where my husband worked, which is now my youngest bedroom, that used to be where the girls would, if they had a friend over, it was like a bonus room. If they didn't want to be in the living room, they could hang out in that room. So we lost that. So what I'm going to do is we have the blue love seat that's actually in here right now. And you saw me in my last video put up a rocking chair. So that's what's going to be in there. I would even consider a small TV to put on the buffet there. We are giving up a lot to do this. I'm not in love with us having offices in our bedroom, but you know what? Suck it up, Karen. It is what it is, and it's not going to be forever, and it's what's best for, as a parent, you're always thinking what is best for the whole family, right? So overall, pros and cons, there are the least amount of cons in what we're doing. And we can break that room down when our kids come. And to be honest, we only have everyone home once every 2 years, unless there's like a wedding or something like that, where they all come. So, you know, to save up and have a table there for one day or 1 week every 2 years doesn't make a lot of sense. I have to prioritize the people who live here every single day. And my family, my kids who are grown, are all super laid back people, and they're they would give us their blessings. You know, I haven't really talked at length with all of them, but the ones I have talked to about it, which is my son who has the biggest family because he's got kids, they were super supportive. So my son who has 3 kids, when they come, they will be in this room that I'm in right now, which is now my bedroom, because I can put all 3 of their kids and them in this room. Now, that's not easy either because now have 2 offices in here. But we'll make it work, you know, and who knows, you know, maybe we'll end up, as soon as I could afford it, I would love to have Christmas where they are so that their kids can have like the traditional be at home, get up out of bed, run, you know, just have that time that they could be home. I think would be really cool for them. I don't know if it's that important to them. Just because that's my experience growing up doesn't mean that was what they would want, so who even knows. But long story longer, I would certainly be willing to go to them on Christmases, and certainly, I don't know, I think it'd be a lot of fun too. So certainly wouldn't be all bad. Selfishly, it'd be quite good. All these clothes I have never even seen. So funny. And this, I think, is my sock. You stole my sock! I think that is my sock. Lots of socks here. Alright, I'm going to get these sorted. But I thought that was a really good question, and I was like, yeah, you're right, we're going to have to do something about that, because we can't, you know, not have a place for people to eat. Of course, I'm not beyond letting people think we're having a fun picnic. Woohoo! Look, we get to have Thanksgiving on the floor. No, we won't do that. But you just never know. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring or how long we're even going to be here. So we'll just take it one day at a time. What I am folding now is all stuff that was washed and in laundry baskets but wasn't folded or organized. So my thinking is if it went through the laundry, it is her more popular clothing, whereas the stuff you're going to see on her shelf, you know, that must not be as popular because it wasn't what was being run through the washing machine. So I am going to organize that stuff too, but I felt like it was fair that this would be the priority to get this stuff ready for her and so that she's able to wear it again. And she loves to live in sweats and hoodies, even if it's 90 degrees out. You know, she runs cold. Yeah, she runs cold for sure. So it does make sense. So I wanted to make sure I had her sweats, her sweatshirts, and her socks and undergarments ready for her when she gets ready for work in the morning, and then anything else she can come up and get. It's just going to be a process. And as I said in my last video, she is preparing her mindset to do a clothing declutter. I wasn't expecting that of her, but she mentioned it. And definitely when I saw I must have folded 10 pairs of sweats, and that doesn't include whatever is on her shelving. So she can obviously get rid of quite a bit. And I'm excited to do that with her. So you should be seeing that maybe in a couple of days if I can keep things edited. That's the
real challenge for me. I can film. I can film what I'm doing, but it's taking the time to edit that I sometimes struggle with just a little bit. And we're right before back to school time. So our youngest will go back to school next week. And that is another reason why I wanted to get this done is so that she has all of the things that she needs in her room or in that room that we're turning into a walk-in closet so that she can easily get ready for school. And her bedroom, that room with the cathedral ceiling is, and it's Ava, is right between the kitchen and the door she always would go out to leave. So I told her, I go, it's going to be really easy to get ready for school. You'll roll out of bed one way, grab yourself breakfast, roll out of bed the other way, and be out the door and to school. So this is box number one that I am folding up, and it's all sweatshirts and sweats. That's what I'm really focused on because that's the clothes I know that she loves the most. And in just a minute here, I'm going to show you where I ended up because my camera battery died. And so I told myself that I would get back up here and do more. And no, I did not have the energy. Plus, Ava needed to go to the bank to bring her paycheck. And when she asked me, I was like, hey, the bank closes in 20 minutes. Get in the car because it's a 15-minute drive. So by the time I did that, came back, it was time to figure out dinner. And so it was also time to upload my other video, yada, yada. Things happen. So I did quickly bring down what I could. And I did have to just move stuff out of the way. So I'm about to show you that now so you can see where I ended up and where I will be starting. Hopefully today. I'll be gone most of the day, but I'm hoping to get another hour in.
This area is all cleared out now, which is amazing. Then I had laundry all over my bed and had completely fizzled. I got most of it downstairs in her room in laundry baskets, all folded, all organized. I got the dirty clothes that you saw me picking up off the floor, washed, it's in the dryer. And then this was what I still have left to bring down the stairs. So I just quickly put it here so that I could go to bed. And then this is about half of what I had yesterday. So I've gotten a lot of stuff down the stairs, and this is at least neat and ready to be brought down.
Thank you so much for doing all this with me. Remember, God loves you. I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.